attempt was no good. Well, unplaced anyway.
1600 metres at Goulburn. Starter about to go up to release the field. Our Moore moving around a bit. Must and Hale. And away they go, a good level start, and Franz Joseph in the centre got the best of it. Plimsoll goes up on the outside. Suffrage closer down towards the inside with Bavian, followed by our Moore. And easing back to the tail of the field was Must and Hale as they sort themselves out and race towards the back. Inside the 1400, Plimsoll is the leader, followed by Suffrage second, a half a length our Moore third on the outside. About a length and a half behind those Bavian. In between runners there, Franz Joseph and Must and Hale a length at the tail of the field as they sweep down the back of the track. 1100 to go, no speed on. And the leader doing it well out in front, and that of course is Plimsoll bowling along a half a length in front of our Moore, moving up on the outside. About two behind those in third, Suffrage, a similar margin Franz Joseph. Down towards the inside, Bavian is second last, and three off Must and Hale out the tail of the field as they leave the back and commence the run down the side. No change in the order, and with about 750 metres to go, Plimsoll is doing it well, about a long neck in front of our Moore, second on the outside. 2.5 behind those in third place, Suffrage, a length and a half then. Gaining a bit of ground was Franz Joseph, followed then by Bavian, who's on the inside rail, and about 2 or 3 Must and Hale last of all as they swing up towards the home turn. Race one at Goulburn, and our Moore moved up on the outside of Plimsoll. Gaining ground now was Franz Joseph. In behind those, Suffrage on the bend, followed by Bavian, and Must and Hale last into the straight as they race down with about 300 metres to go. Shaken up, the leader was Plimsoll. Now Franz Joseph joining in quickly on the outside. In behind those, our Moore, followed further back then Suffrage, and the next one Must and Hale, but it's Plimsoll taken on now by Franz Joseph on the outside. They're clear. Plimsoll is giving plenty though. Plimsoll still in front near the line, and Plimsoll too good. Leads all the way. Plimsoll drew away on the line to beat Franz Joseph every chance. Now third, Suffrage or Bavian. Further back then in the field came our Moore, and Must and Hale, one of the last to cross the line.
Toad favourite was successful. The first from Goulburn, number 1 at $3.10, $1.80. Jason Lee, the winning rider of the first, the favourite. It firmed in late to be the favourite in betting. Second elect was number 3, pays $2.10. Franz Joseph will confirm third as soon as it comes through from the track. So the top 2 elects on the Toad have finished first and second. Well, in case you missed the news, Tamworth abandoned.
Former big betting bookmaker Robbie Waterhouse, who is striving to have a worldwide racecourse ban lifted, was on the right track when he advised his wife Gay to buy yesterday's Newcastle Cup winner Emerald Cut. Waterhouse has been warned off racecourses because he was found guilty of having prior knowledge of the fine cotton ring-in. Although unable to attend race meetings, Waterhouse was instrumental in Emerald Cut being bought by his wife and syndicated in Australia. Earlier horses Gay purchased in New Zealand on the advice of Robbie have been Group 1 winners Hula Flight, Stony Bay and Electronic. And now Emerald Cut may be following the same successful route. Gay Waterhouse is trying to trace the footsteps of her famous father Tommy Smith, and last season won her first Sydney Trainers Premiership. Since gaining a trainer's licence 5 years ago, Gay Waterhouse landed her first Newcastle Cup winner when the 33-to-1 chance Emerald Cut produced a stirring finish in the straight to snatch victory from the Wyong Cup winner Aphasia.
It's Aphasia racing to the lead in the Cup. It's Aphasia a length in front. Here's Emerald Cut down the outside. Wider our Mr. Kinman, praise indeed gone. Aphasia in front. Emerald Cut on the outside is cutting it down. Emerald Cut goes to Aphasia. On the outside, Emerald Cut and Glenn Boss, his first ride for the day, but he's won the Cup. It's Emerald Cut first, Aphasia second, and our Mr. Kinman third.
Although Gay was celebrating her first Newcastle Cup winner as a trainer, she was foreman for her father and led in Maharaja in 1991 and Beachside a year later. Tommy Smith incidentally won the Newcastle Cup on 8 occasions. Waterhouse described Emerald Cut as a complete enigma because he tended to mix his form. He would run well in group races and then disappoint in restricted races. However, in the light of his excellent effort yesterday, Waterhouse now is aiming higher. She said the 4-year-old Entar would tackle the $500,000 AJC Metropolitan Handicap over 2,600 metres at Randwick on October 6. On the other hand, trainer Mark Connors has decided to miss the Metropolitan with aphasia, and he'll head to the $150,000 Canberra Cup on October 12.
OK, thanks for that, Michelle. Yeah, what an enigma. Emerald Cut is around $30 yesterday. Only had ever had one career win. Came out and won a group race, the Newcastle Cup. Tough to follow. Good luck if you found that one, but perhaps it has been in the history as far as racing performances in years gone by. A great race as pointers go to the big staying races. we may see Emerald Cut as one of the stars. Michelle Tizard there with racing news. If you get this week's edition of The Sportsman, it features, of course, Michelle Tizard as the celebrity tipster. And we might show you the close-up of the photo of Michelle. She is the celebrity tipster for this week. It's all part of a $10,000 competition, and she's got plenty of good oil for tomorrow's meeting. She's gone through it all. She's just ducked out again now to check up on some more form, because she'll be heading trackside to Rosehill Gardens right throughout the weekend. And good to see. Among her best bets tomorrow, Alpha, Might and Power in the Ron Quinton train Cheshire. So she has been studying her form, and that $10,000 chance for you to win if you pick up this weekend's edition of The Sportsman. Bow Desert will be our next race. Just repeating the Goulburn placings though, first of all, 1, 3 and 6, a very popular trifecta. Plimsoll 310 and 180, Franz Joseph 210, Bavion for third, no third.
City stands up, Chartbuster. The favourite Magical Horizon drawn down towards the inside, Thinking Rich. Now Teg Sun goes up. This race over 1,400 metres. The Stablecraft Class 1. Apart from all the big interstate races this Sunday, Canberra has an 8-event program racing at Canberra Sunday, along with those big meetings in Sydney and Melbourne and everywhere else. Now Toba Princess is in. Starter goes up. Set race 2 Goulburn. Stand by. Lights on and they're racing. The favourite Magical Horizon got away well. Toba Princess went back to the tail. Up running second to Zoo City. Further out was Chartbuster, followed then by Tegson. Now Thinking Rich drifting back to third last, followed by Moville Warren, who's throwing the head around second last, and a length and a half Toba Princess. At the tail of the field in the back straight as they race down towards the 1,000 metre mark, and doing it well, Magical Horizon under a good hold, out about 4 in front. Now Chartbuster on the outside runs to second, followed by Zoo City third. A length behind those then Moville Warren, followed by Toba Princess taking off 3 wide. In behind those Tegson, and further back then Thinking Rich at the tail of the field. Now we have another leader as they leave the back and race down the side. Toba Princess goes around the field to lead by about a long head over the favourite Magical Horizon. 3 off in third, Chartbuster, followed by Zoo City fourth on the rails. On its outside was Moville Warren, a length or so, then Tegson second last, and Thinking Rich at the tail of the field. But as they race up towards the turn, again the favourite Magical Horizon is the leader, just in front of Toba Princess on the outside. In behind those, Zoo City urged along, followed by Chartbuster, Moville Warren. Texan is second last, and Thinking Rich at the tail of the field. In the straight, they've got about 300 to go. Shaken up, Magical Horizon is the leader. Got away from the 200 Magical Horizon. Hard ridden in second place, Toba Princess, followed then by Zoo City third. Oh, the rider's very confident. Magical Horizon is racing away inside the final 100, and it's an easy ride for Craig Agnew. He's down. It has bolted in. Magical Horizon first, Zoo City second, Toba Princess third, followed by Moville Warren. In behind those, Chartbuster, followed by Thinking Rich, and Tegson was the last one across the line. Ever so easy for the favourite Magical Horizon. Never ever going to lose the race. Number 1, $1.70, $1.40. 3 Zoo City will get second, ridden by Jamie Whitney. But the winner, Magical Horizon, trained by Mark Connors at Warwick Farm, put the writing on the wall with a good fourth at Kembla Grange. It's a 3-year-old chestnut gelding by Our Horizon out of Marketeer, raced by MC and Mrs. MJ Connors, and DW and Mrs. FK Watt in partnership, and it was an armchair ride for jockey Craig Agnew. Zoo City second, trained at Goulburn by Kellyanne Williams. The rider was Jamie Whitney. And third, looks like Toba Princess, ridden by Grant Buckley, trained at Hawkesbury by Michael Wilson, a 5-year-old Bayer Brown mare by Nardede, out of Squad Car. So the favourite scoring very, very easily in race 2, the Stablecraft Class 1, 139. And for those people who required it, we have the tote dividends coming through now. Number 1, the winner, Magical Horizon, Craig Agnew, $1.70, $1.40. Number 3, Zoo City's Jamie Whitney, $2 even. And no dividend for 9, Toba Princess, the rider Grant Buckley. 139 the numbers, $1.70, $1.40 for number 1, $2 for number 3, no dividend for 9. Quinella $3.30, $3.30, Exacta $5.10, $5.10, and the trifecta on the numbers 139, $22.60. Now the winner scored by 3 lengths, 2 1/4 between second and third, 125.15 the time. 139 official, number 2 Moville Warren finished 4th, and number 5 Chartbuster 5th. But the margins 3 by 2 1/4, 125.15. I'll send Wade down the line after race 2. Back for the call of race 3 at Goulburn. It's the Tooheys Wide Mouth Can Class 2, and that race at 154.
Craig Agnew returns aboard the Hot Pot Magical Horizon. You wouldn't find many easier rides for Craig Agnew. Mark Connors, the trainer of this performer, who now has 2 wins, 2 seconds from 8 starts. That's Mark Connors, the son of Clary Connors. Of course, Clary trained in Counter to win the big spring plate for 3-year-olds, only narrowly at Newcastle yesterday. Craig Agnew goes to undo the girth, and he'll be heading into weigh-in shortly there. Craig Agnew does a wonderful job as a rider. He's got some good rides today. And in the next, he's on board Tribon at Goulburn. Among his other good rides today, he has several leading hopes, but none better than the one you've just seen, an easy ride, easy win. And Mark Connors is all smiles after that. 140, easy win it was, beating Zoo City $2, Toba Princess no third, Quinella $3.30, Exacta $5.10, Trifecta $22.60. Margins 3 lengths by 2 1/4. Time for the 1400 metres, 1:25.15. Well, 2 of its 14 starts been placed on 2 further occasions. But Tribon, all the rage, has run second at its past 3 starts. The winner of 2 of 13 starts, been in the money a further 4 times. Let's head trackside. Here's Tony.
Yeah, thank you, Brendan. Moving in, or about to move in for race 3 it is. It's the wide mouth can Class 2 handicap. So it's the wide mouth can Class 2. Favourite, solid Tribon, 241.80. Ahead of Greet the Judge, 470, 250. Emerald Green, 630, 230. Over there at the 1200. Now Emerald Green on the move, Happy Effect. Broken Hearts, Paddington Doll. Rowley about to move along. Tribon led up. Tribon trained by Mark Connors, Craig Agnew the rider. Emerald Green is the next one to be called along. That will leave Paddington Doll, Broken Hearts and Happy Effect. Moving in well. 3rd of 8 here today. Now waiting on Happy Effect to move along and Broken Hearts and also Paddington Doll. Paddington Doll ridden by Grant Buckley, who had that spectacular fall at Hawkesbury earlier this week. That was on Tuesday, Grant, but he rode at Mudgee the next day and he's riding here again today, so he's a tough little customer, Grant Buckley. It looked a rather spectacular fall when I think it was Plaza. The leader went through that running rail at Hawkesbury on Tuesday last. But he's back riding. Now waiting on Rowley to move along. A familiar name, Rowley. I think a horse called Old Rowley. Old Rowley won a Melbourne Cup years ago. Not too sure of the year, Old Rowley, but this is just Rowley. Now Rowley goes up riderless. Waiting on Happy Effect to move in to complete the line for the 3rd. Yes, lots of big Sunday racing this weekend, and of course tomorrow, big racing at Sydney, Melbourne, and also a big day on Sunday for the people in this part of the world, in the southeast of New South Wales. Canberra has 8 races. So racing everywhere this Saturday and Sunday, right across Australia. Now they're all in. Line is set for the 3rd. Greet the Judge, Happy Effect, Rowley, Paddington Doll and Tribon. Started coming around to release the field. This is the 3rd at Goulburn. 1,200 metres the journey. Starter goes up. And the gates open now. Greet the Judge missed it by about a length or so. Emerald Green didn't jump all that well. Paddington Doll got away well, and Tribon is going up on the outside, and Rowley is prominent. In behind those, Happy Effect, followed then by Greet the Judge and Broken Hearts on the outside. But it's the favourite Tribon pulling its way to the lead, only by about a long neck in front of Emerald Green. A length behind those, out 3 wide, going up was Happy Effect, followed further back then Rowley. A length and a quarter behind those as they leave the back and race down the side. Greet the Judge, Paddington Doll, and back at the tail of the field, a length away was as they race down the side, Broken Hearts. Racing down past the 600 metre mark, and this favourite Tribon is doing it very well. Under a good rein by Agnew, Tribon leads. Happy Effect is second on the outside. Going up 3 wide, making ground. There was Broken Hearts, followed further back then Rowley. Back towards the inside as they swing into the straight, Emerald Green, followed by Paddington Doll. And Greet the Judge is last of all in the straight, racing down with about 350 metres to go. Shaken up, the leader was Tribon. Emerald Green is trying hard. The widest runner, Broken Hearts, is running on fairly well. and back behind those in the field then Rowley, but still the leader was Tribon. Emerald Green is having a go on the outside, but it's Tribon just in front. Emerald Green tries hard on the outside. Tribon in front, and Tribon, dived Emerald Green. Tribon or Emerald Green, it's very close, nothing in it. In behind those then we had Greet the Judge, up on its outside there, Paddington Doll, followed further back in the field, Happy Effect, and the next one to pull across the line was Rowley, and one of the last was Broken Hearts. Oh, it's dived right on the line, this. It's made it very, very interesting. Well, I was about to go for Tribon, but this angle here, it's very, very close. Emerald Green, and the judge calls for the photo between Tribon and Emerald Green on the outside. Tribon was in front with a couple of strides to go, but Emerald Green, ridden by Leanne Olsen, has made one almighty leap close to the line. To the naked eye, it may appear as though Tribon has won the race, but by gee, Emerald Green has made it very, very interesting on the outside. Emerald Green or Tribon, I wouldn't be surprised if the outside horse gets this. Emerald Green, Leanne Olsen, Tribon, and fairly close for third. The judge may as well call for a photo for third in this race, but Emerald Green has got a lot in her favour here, being the outside horse. Emerald Green and Tribon, the two in the photo. Now, if Emerald Green gets it, 450 and 220. If Tribon gets it, 261.70, and it's fairly close for third as well here. But Emerald Green, desperately ridden by Leanne Olsen, has made one almighty leap close to the line. I was just about to declare Tribon, but Emerald Green has made it very, very interesting after race 3. Now, race 4 is the Goulburn Produce Class 1, 1100 metres, the late scratching number 2 Avalanche, and 4 Rowley is the scratching. 2 Avalanche and Rowley are the scratchings. We'll come back with the result in a moment.
Okay, thanks for that, Tony. Yeah, a real lunge at the line from Emerald Green. Leanne, almost got clouded in the noggin by the horse. The daughter of Greenline Express has only had 5 starts for a win and several unplaced runnings. $4.50, $5.50 for Super Tab and Queensland punters who took Emerald Green. And for place dividends around Australia, $2.20, $2.80 and $2.40. So Super Tab and Queensland punters faring $1 extra in their kick. Good luck if you back that. Tribon the favourite second, 170, 170 and 165. Further photo for third from Goulburn. Leanne Olsen discussing things there with the strapper of Emerald Green, trained by Guy Walter, whose stable at Warwick Farm has been in very good form the past few weeks. Well supported here, Ronnie McDoodle rides. Late scratching is Avalanche, $4.50 for My Dance, $9.70 for Stonewash Look, 13 Flying Alula, Gold Snap $4.10, Craig Agnew's ride, Millimook $8.60, 35 Muro Print, and Proud Deb $8.40. Have a Melody's the tip at $3.90.
Deb. Over there at the 1100, this is the fourth of 8 it is, fourth of 8 at Goulburn. And away they go. A pretty good level start. Gold Snap in those pink colours got away well. And also driving up the grey Flying Alula not too far away was My Dance, followed by Stonewash Look. Back centre field as they sort themselves out was Proud Deb. Millie Mook as well back, followed by Muro Print. And Have a Melody is last of all. On settling down as they leave the back and race down the side. My Dance is well clear. Out about 3 in front of Gold Snap, settling down well second. Stonewash Look is third. Flying Alula gets up along the inside, followed by Muro Print and Proud Deb, Millimook, and Have a Melody is last of all as they race up towards the home turn. 500 metres out, My Dance is the leader. Gold Snap is getting closer in second. Off the track was Muro Print, followed by Flying Alula down towards the inside, and back behind those Stonewash Look, followed by Have a Melody switched out, and well back behind those in the field is Millimook as they race down now towards the 200. My Dance under the whip is the leader. Stonewash Look is running on fairly well, and down the outside Have a Melody's putting in a run. It's My Dance the leader. My Dance is in front. Have a Melody out wide as trying hard, but My Dance is a mile too good, and My Dance wins it well. My Dance first, Stonewash Look second, Have a Melody third, then Millimook. Gold Snap couldn't go on in the straight, followed by Flying Alula. Back behind those, Proud Deb second last, and Muro Print was the last one across the line. My Dance, the winner, number 3, 341.50, 5 Stonewash Look 230, and 1 Have a Melody $1.60. Gold Snap disappointing, wasn't good enough. 3-5-1 the numbers. My Dance raced at Queanbeyan last Friday at the tab meeting, was very disappointing on that occasion, but she put her best foot forward today. My Dance, a 3-year-old Chestnut filly by Clear Choice out of Our Call, trained at Queanbeyan by Rudy Stashow, Kevin Sweeney, and is raced by the trainer Rudy Stashow. So number 3, My Dance, has now had 4 starts for 2 wins, went very strongly to the line. Number 5, Stonewash Look, trained at Yass by Gail Lodge, John Scourse. A 3-year-old bay filly by Bo Denham out of Little Bit Rocky. And 1, Have a Melody, came from last, is trained at Rose Hill by Steve Jones, Ron McDougall the rider. A 4-year-old bay mare, Ravocious, out of Have a Cadate, or something like that, 3, 5 and 1. But My Dance went very strongly to the line. She's got a bit of ability, this filly. As I said, was most disappointing at Queanbeyan last Friday, but put the best foot forward today. So that's the details. 3, 5, 1. Now more information coming through. The winner scored by 2.5 lengths, ahead second and third. 105.18. 105.18 the time. The 4th place getter number 8, and that was Millibook. 3-5-1-8, 2.5 ahead. 105.18, and we have the totes on the 4th now. And the winner was number 3, My Dance, Kevin Sweeney, 341.50. Second, number 5, Stonewash Look, John Scourse, 230. And 1, Have a Melody, Ron McDougall, $1.60. 3-5-1, race 4, Goulburn, 340, $1.50 for number 3, 230 for 5, $1.60 for number 1, Quinella, $18.10, $18.10, Exacta, $31.50, $31.50. And the trifecta for the numbers 351, $99.60. Trifecta, $99.60. Repeating the margins, 2.5 ahead, 105.18. I'll send weight down the line after race 4. Back for the call of race 5 at 3:06.
That's jockey Kevin Sweeney returning there after the win at Goulburn in race number 4 with number 3, My Dance. 54 Larchwood has also been very well supported. It's race number 5 for fillies and mares. Several.
Onto his ladder. Now here they go. And away they go. Now, Anitra went back to last when they hit the ground, and Cybus, first starter, got away well. Jenny Mack is driving through. Irish Ale is prominent, not too far away, Chungabella. In behind those, sorting themselves out, Jangles, followed by Larchwood. And a length behind those, then Anitra at the tail of the field. On, settling down as they leave the back and race down the side. Chungabella raced up on the outside of Seb's Princess. They've drawn well clear in 3rd place, Cybus, followed then by Irish Ale at 4th on the inside. And getting up, making ground behind that group there was Jenny Mack, followed further back to Jangles, followed by Larchwood, second last, and a length and a half, then Anitra at the tail of the field. Up towards the turn, Seb's Princess on the inside, and Chungabella there well clear into the straight. Cybus running 3rd, followed by Jenny Mack, gaining a bit of ground. Going wide was Jangles, further back behind those in the field, Irish Aleph, and the next one was Larchwood in the straight with about 300 metres to go, and shaken up Seb's Princess as the leader. Jenny Mack is running on, and here's Jangles out wide, putting in a run. Chungabella can't go on, out very wide. Jangles raced up and hit the lead. Seb's Princess battling on, but Jangles from near the tail of the field. Jangles races away to win it well. Jangles first, Seb's Princess second, close for 3rd. Maybe Larchwood on the outside of Jenny Mack. In behind those then Cybus, followed by Chungabella. Very disappointing. Then Anitra second last, and Irish Aleph last. Stand by. Jangles, the winner, is trained on the track by Danny Williams. Congratulations to Danny Williams. I do believe that's Danny's first win as a trainer since moving to Goulburn. Danny and his wife, Kellyanne Williams, now training here at Goulburn. Danny Williams, formerly, the Williamses formerly from Dubbo. Jangles, a three-year-old brown filly by Kinjite out of Clara Duthie, raced by Alan Cardy, MD Weiner, Mrs. VH and PH Green. So a local horse, Jangles number 4, winning the race.
Okay, Tony, thanks for that. Apologies for the pictures. We're having some troubles on the line through, so hopefully we'll get those rectified. But Jangles, a super impressive winner for Matthew Carl. Chungabella, very disappointing, the favourite. Ballarat, the 4th, is due an 8. Miss Penny. Not, but I've been instructed to put it over. As everybody knows, John is Newcastle's leading race caller, did a marvellous job over the 2 days of the Cup Carnival. Now, this'll be it. Apparently, John says, when they're boxed and ready, John says, stand by, ladies and gentlemen, this'll be it. So, in honour of Johnny McDermott, that great race caller from Newcastle, number 2, this'll be it. He's been honoured with a horse called after him. So it's a play on words, number 2, this'll be it. So good luck to John McDermott. He's a great guy, and he did a marvellous job at the recent 2-day Cup Carnival. I hope you're listening, John. No offence, but I was instructed by a prominent
racing personality from Newcastle. He was the one that fed me all this information about number 2. This'll be it. I'll tell you what, it's been supported on the toe too. It's the third favourite, $6.90. It's having its first start. In fact, it's trained by Harry Williams at Hawkesbury, and is a 4-year-old grey mare by Sheer Walk. Leanne Olsen is in the saddle. So that's the story behind This'll Be It. And we're waiting on, is it in? No, it's not. This'll Be It is still out of line. Now moving up is Yasminette and Masque's Pride. Now Slippery Spot, we've got 3 greys in the race. This'll Be It as a grey. The riderless Slippery Spy as a grey, and Hugh Dell as a grey. Getting a little bit murky here at the present time. Now just waiting on Slippery Spy, and as they say in the classics, This'll Be It. Now Masque's Pride pulling away from the line. Toss the Habit has gone up. This is race 6 of 8. Now Slippery Spy about to be led forward, and This'll Be It is still out of the gates. Now trying to hunt Slippery Spy up. Slippery Spy trained by Barbara Joseph. It's been a little bit disappointing of late, but could go well here this afternoon. The track is still rated dead, but I do believe there possibly will be a downgrade shortly with this track at Goulburn. Now, just waiting on Slippery Spy. Now they're boxed, and This'll Be It. They're all in. Serenata, the favourite. Subiaco stands up. Toss the Habit, Masque's Pride. Misconception. Starter reaches his ladder. Light blinking. Over there at the 1100 metre starting point. Starter having a look over the line towards the outside. Yes, this weather setting in here now. Looks like a wet weekend coming up for the southeastern part of New South Wales. Now stand by. This'll Be It. No, the starter's walking away from the ladder. He's going back towards the stalls. Obviously not happy with something. Craig Agnew, the replacement rider in this race on number 6, Yasminette. Craig Agnew replaced Glenn O'Sullivan. Now the starter walking back towards his ladder. Udell stands up. Slippery Spy, Misconception, Subiaco, and Serenata, the favourite. Now stand by. They're under starter's orders. And away they go. Now Udell was slowly away. Toss the Habit. Serenata's back last when they hit the ground. Slippery Spy got away well. Yasminette now. This in third place was Misconception. Followed further back in the field. This'll Be It is going up wide. Serenata's getting up along the inside in between runners there. Toss the Habit followed by Udell. And Subiaco at the tail of the field. On settling down as they race down the side of the track, and Yasminette shares the lead. Slippery Spy now. This'll Be It is moving up on the outside of that pair. There's a line of 3 back behind those then. Misconception. Down towards the inside was Serenata gaining a bit of ground. Well back behind those towards the turn. Then Udell followed then by Masque's Pride on the outside. Toss the Habit lost a bit of ground, and Subiaco's last of all, but around the turn. And as they straighten for the run down the straight now, it's Slippery Spy the leader. Battling on was Yasminette, followed then by Under the Whip making up a bit of ground. This'll Be It followed then. Misconception out very wide, and Masque's Pride is the widest runner, and getting through closer down towards the inside. Serenata. Here's a great go. Serenata put the head in front of Slippery Spy. They're drawing clear. Serenata, Slippery Spy, Serenata. They hit the line. Bob of the head here. Slippery Spy or Serenata, then Udell. This'll Be It was behind those. Followed further back the Yasminette, Masque's Pride. Pulling up quickly, Toss the Habit, Misconception, and Subiaco, one of the last across the line. Oh, good finish here. Slippery Spy and Serenata. I'm reluctant to go for one when they're wide apart, but this time they're very close together. And to the naked eye, the one on the inside, Slippery Spy, but the judge calls for the photo. There's only a lip in it. Maybe the horse on the inside. You've got to be a brave caller here to go for them when they're wide apart. But they're close up along the inside rail. It's a bob of the head, and maybe, just maybe, Slippery Spy. But if you've backed Serenata, you're in this with a big, big chance. We'll leave it to the judge, Slippery Spy or Serenata. In a close one after race 6, Slippery Spy. Oh, gee, I don't know. Slippery, well, that's after the post, watching the freeze frame here. A bob of the head. Now, maybe I think you've got to go for the outside horse every time, even though to the naked eye it does appear that the other one gets it. Now, from the top, Serenata 190, 120. The other one in the photo, Slippery Spy, if it gets it, $4.20, $1.40. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure of the angle here. You never get used to the angle here at Goulburn. I'll leave it to the judge. It was just a matter of who got the bob in. Looking at the frees, I suppose you'd say probably Serenade the favourite over Slippery Spy, but it's very, very close. We'll come back with the result from Goulburn in a moment.
For the very best in racing excitement, make your way to the